What's going on, guys? You got Chris and Sean. We're talking through the medias. Okay, so we're gonna be doing the top 10 Tuesday, the rundown. So today's topic is I would say the top 10, but we we have quickly come to find out that this has been one of the hardest lists. And I know we say that every time, but it's like we try to outdo ourselves every time. So again, a very difficult list to come up with only 10. So I'm going to say we're going to spit out a shitload of the best sequels we could think of. And there is no rule. It doesn't have to be part two. It can be part three because just sequel. There can be a sequel to the sequel. All right, so we are going to start out with Chris. Name one of your top sequels of all time?
I guess I'm gonna start with the ones that I had most recently. I'll let me start at the bottom.
This
If I
was
start at
such
the
a
top
hard
of
list, man. This
if I
is such a
start at the
hard
top
list.
of my list, I know I'm gonna bump into a bunch of ones that you said. So I'm gonna start with Rocky 4. That's
Yes. Yes.
that's
Okay.
I feel like you know what? I'm not gonna say it was superior to Rocky 1
Shit, it was more exciting than to me.
I mean, but excitement doesn't mean
Yeah.
better. I mean, Rocky
Depends
one
on
won
who
an
you
Oscar. The, the
ask.
the writing, the dialogue, the message behind it. Because if you think about it, the Rocky 1. Well, you know, I probably should eliminate it. Rocky 4 probably isn't not as
It's an
Rocky
awesome
1
fucking
is
movie. Who cares? Don't judge yourself,
you know
Chris.
what? You're right. I'm not going to second guess myself. Rocky 1 was a superior script, but Rocky 4 to me was a better movie. Boom. There.
Rocky 4 with Ivan Drago.
I fight for me.
Yosef, Yosef, for me, for me. All right.
I have to lower my chair.
All right. So I since in the spirit of keeping in the same vein of what we call the schleppness of Rocky 4, I think
Right.
I'll go ahead and just name a random one that I had in here. And this was I don't give a fuck. It's going on my list. I don't care if you don't like it. Gremlins 2. I
Gremlins 2, in my
loved
opinion,
that movie.
I've seen Gremlins 2 way more than I've seen Gremlins 1. I'm not gonna say which one's the better script, but I know which one I had more fun with. So I agree.
Everything must go. Sell, sell, sell. Everything from canned goods to shotguns.
But but the smart Gremlin was the one that made the movie for me.
It
Did
was
you
a
ever see
civilized.
the Did you ever see Key and Peele's sketch about
Yeah,
how
the gay dude who came in, he was trying to help them write the script.
I want an electric gremlin? Yes, it's in the movie. Put it in the movie.
Yeah, he was funny. He had like they were like slanted, curved glass. Yeah, that dude was funny, man. Yeah, if you
So,
guys haven't seen it, look up the Gremlins 2 Key and Peele skit, guys. This shit is hilarious.
all
All right,
right.
so it's up my schlep here.
Now, a lot of people are not going to agree with me on this, and I might be wrong, but I kind of had more fun with the second one than I did with the first one, and I can't wait till the third one comes out. But Bad Boys 2 is on my list.
I didn't have it on my fucking list, but you're totally right. Yeah, man, Bad Boys 2 was pretty much in
It was more
every way
quotable.
a superior movie than the
It
original.
was no, well, maybe. I mean, I loved Bad Boys 1, but I think Bad Boys 2, because we were so excited to see them back, it was more quotable. That whole
What are
thing where
you, a cop or a goddamn model? He comes in like,
but on the first one, it was that Mike Lowry, King Dingaling, but the second one had way better lines though, so I like the second one.
everything,
Slightly a bit.
the music, the lighting, the cinematography, the
Oh yeah,
special
they
effects.
went. Yeah, right. They went big with the music. The soundtrack with Nelly and Murphy Lee. Yeah, and Diddy. Yeah, that was a cool little theme song. We do this for fun.
Who in my house?
That's
Yeah,
two rats that were having sex in the missionary position.
yeah, man, he fucking the shit out of that thing.
Worth it. Worth it.
All right, so we're going with your Bad Boys 2. Then I think I will go, and we're not at our tops right now. We're just kind of naming out. We had so many.
He's like, I see your Bad Boys 2 and I raise you.
I see your Bad Boys 2, and I raise you Christmas Vacation.
Damn. The Christmas movies.
Christmas Vacation.
I was struggling. I was struggling with a comedy.
Love this fucking movie, man. When old cousin Eddie's pumping the shitter out from the RV straight into the gutter, and then the old man comes out and lights his cigarette and blows his ass up. That shit was hilarious.
No, I'll tell you my part. The blessing. I pledge
Oh,
allegiance to
yeah.
the flag of the United States of America.
And Eddie's
That was
like,
my part.
yeah,
When what was it, cousin? What was the cousin name again?
cousin Eddie.
Eddie.
He
He
does
goes
like
into
the salute at the end of the thing.
yeah, he puts his hat over his heart. And I tell when he had that present with the Jello mold, I mean, you didn't know what that
Yeah,
green
cat
stuff was on.
food.
He's like, yeah,
Do you remember? Do you remember when they had just lit up the house? You know, because he's like, you know, like they had to hit the reactor button of the reactor down the street because it drained all. Anyway, cousin Eddie is standing next to Clark, and Clark is like, he was like, "It looks beautiful, Clark," and he doesn't realize Eddie's there. And he looks over and he's like, "Yeah, thank you." And then Eddie,
Eddie,
what the fuck?
surprise.
And the wife wants to, or the grandmother, yeah, the one who's tries to kiss Eddie's little boy, and she's like, whoa, I wouldn't do that. He's got some kind of lip fungus. They ain't quite identified yet.
So
He's got some
I
fucking
thought her
nasty
little
shit.
girl was cross-eyed. Oh yeah,
No, the little boy, yeah, get kicked by a donkey, go cross-eyed, get kicked again. I don't know.
Yeah, fall like something like fall down the stairs, go cross-eyed, get kicked by a mule, go and fix again. I don't know. That was oh man, I was struggling trying to figure because I was thinking like what I couldn't think of any comedy that was better than like I was thinking like the Hangover movies, like nothing beat the first one, like nothing was better. But you're right, I love the vacation movies, but the Christmas Vacation is the better one.
I can watch that movie every year. I don't give a shit.
It's like
never
it's
get
like a
tired of
Christmas story.
Yeah, just like a Christmas story.
Mm-hmm. So let's see.
All right. So what
yeah. Everything from the third Harry Potter movie on was better. I hate the first Harry Potter movie and the second one. I don't like it. Was so boring to me. The first two, the third one, was it the Prisoner of Azkaban?
The Prisoner of Azkaban, yeah.
Yeah, that was the superior film, and then everyone after that got a little bit better because Hermione was getting a little bit better.
Listen to this guy.
She was just that. Even in Prison of Azkaban, she was just at that age where
she's almost legal, baby. She's like almost legal.
She was almost into the Britney Spears zone. She was getting there. It was perfect. But she's our age though, so I think is she? No, she's in her 20s. How old is she? How long has it been creepy? All right, go. Let's go to the next one.
All right, so you said Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, or sorry guys, we fucked the name up. The Harry Potter 3. All right, so I would say this is the next one. It's a tie. I would say either. Well, no. Actually, surprisingly, I didn't have that on there, and it's only because I didn't think of it.
Well, you know what? No, the second Ghostbusters was not better than the first. It was good.
They were both good. They were both good.
Great. I watched them back to back like one movie, but the first one was way better.
And I noticed the way we worded this, guys. We didn't start off by saying the top sequels that were better. We just said these are some top sequels. Like I would guess they're almost as good or better than the originals. I guess that would be one qualifying thing, and that's how I picked mine. Was I had to
these are the top 10 sequels that are superior to the original.
Oh, we changed it now. All right.
Oh, hey, I'm the king of the name of the title. So you know, I got it. I got you, man. I got you back.
I'm gonna jump to the top of my list.
All right, go for it.
And just get it the fucking.
I just want to say it before I say it.
I just want to say that. And there's 3 that were the runners up for this particular one. But looking back, and if you ask a film critic, I can already tell you which one they would pick of these 3. And I'll go ahead and fuck it. I'll go ahead. Oh no. I'll stop. I'll just say the one. All right. So if I had to pick one sequel that was the most impactful over the original, for me, it would definitely be Terminator 2: Judgment Day.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. You went to that one. All right. I thought you were going to go straight to the. Yeah. The how it should have ended was that was funny for that movie where it's like he needs a father figure. He's like, and he's like, okay, and I won't terminate myself. And he's go get me another beer, dumbass. He's like, why can't you be like a regular dad and like go out and play baseball with me? He said, he said, not affirmative. You having a fucked up childhood is how you become the leader of the resistance. Now don't give me a beer, you loser. He's like, you will do what I say when you're in my house. Well, this is my room. And he just hits the wall and knocks the whole wall down. Now your room is a part of my house.
Is this something that they actually filmed? I'm gonna have to check
it on How It Should Have Ended. You got to check that out. It is hilarious. So yeah, that Terminator 2 was way better. The first one to me was like almost like a horror. Like two different.
It was. Yeah, they were. They were
action packed. Action,
yeah. But groundbreaking special effects. Like
that what? As to this day, that movie was superior, far ahead of his time. Of course, the man, Mr. Cameron, just that dude there is just a visionary, cannot be stopped. I'm surprised Terminator 2 wasn't the number one box office of all time.
Man,
but you're right. What's okay? So let's go up on my list then.
Keep talking.
I have okay. So while Sean is out there taking his bathroom break, I'm gonna talk about what he doesn't want me to talk about. This is what was next on my list? I'm gonna talk a little bit about Blade 2. Let me tell you why Blade 2 was superior. Was superior to Blade 1. So it was like night and day. Blade 1 took me like by storm. It was like watching a secret comic book movie that nobody knew that it was a comic book movie. I mean, when people saw it like in small little letters, I mean, this is before the Marvel logo and all the Marvel Cinematic Universe started happening. Everybody knew that Blade was a comic book movie. So when you saw Blade and then you saw Blade 2, it was almost as if it was just its own independent kind of a thing, maybe an original adaptation or original screenplay. But the thing about Blade 2 was just that it was a pure horror movie, man. I mean, that Blade 2 was, now I gotta see. Okay, hold on one second. Let me make sure. Sean's back. Let me make sure I got him. Sean, say something. Uh-oh.
Double dildo.
There you go. I got you back now. I muted you for a second there so I could.
You don't want to hear my shit.
I didn't know if we were going to hear any adult noises while you were. But I'm talking about Blade 2, man. So I thought that was a.
I heard that. Yeah.
What did you think about Blade 2?
I thought that if they could have taken like 2 or 3 of the scenes from Blade 1 and put them in the Blade 2, including the like the whole pump panel mix thing where they had the rave and shit, they would have had like the perfect Blade movie. I mean, I do think it was better than the first one. That is absolutely hands down.
I think they were just really fighting to make sure that it was nothing, that it wasn't trying to be a carbon copy of the original, just make it stand up on its own as which I think they succeeded in. I don't know. I think it would have thrown me off if they'd have brought, because everybody loved the whole techno bloodbath scene. I think it would have been like, I would have did a disservice if they would have tried it again. This is another bloodbath party. Like, why?
No, I'm saying if you could make it one movie, like Blade 1 and Blade 2, just one longer movie, make it like a 2.5 hour movie. But that's just me talking out of my ass.
I mean, the movie did make millions upon millions of dollars, so maybe you don't know what the heck you're talking about.
Maybe everybody else is just fucking wrong.
But we can all agree that Blade 3 sucked balls. So.
It did. It really did suck that hot garbage ass, didn't it?
I heard that Wesley Snipes was like being an asshole on set on purpose.
I heard that too.
Oh man, what the hell?
He didn't want to do promo, and Ryan Reynolds apparently did not have a good experience with him. Said he was a dickhead.
Well, they didn't work together again. Now Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool, and Wesley Snipes' career is just dead. So,
right.
Moving on. What you got?
All right. So you had. All right. So
Blade 2.
I'm gonna bounce back from my top 3 and go down back to my just on the fucking list here. So I would say.
I see you struggling. You don't know what
I've got so many on this list, and I'm like, I don't want to get. You know how you start making a list of something, you're like, I can't. I have absolutely no right to cross this one off. It's got to stay on this.
Sharknado 2.
Yeah. Kiss my ass, Sharknado. What the fuck? All right, so this one is one of my all-time favorite movies, but in this particular scenario, it doesn't meet the top three. Not because it doesn't qualify, it just didn't. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, and I
Right.
don't. You haven't seen this movie, Chris? Have
I've seen every crucial part, but never the entire movie
you?
in whole. I know the whole thing. I just don't know the whole thing. If
The
that makes
best
sense.
Indiana Jones movie, period. I don't give a fuck.
Last Crusade.
With Sean Connery.
Wait. I've seen the Last Crusade. I've seen the Last Crusade before I've seen any of the other stuff.
That was the
I
best
thought
one.
you said Temple of Doom
No,
or
no, no.
something.
That one was good
Last
too.
Crusade was the very first Indiana Jones movie I saw.
I love that fucking movie.
I thought it was like the only. I knew there were others. It was just for some reason
Junior,
that was
he's
the
like,
only one I needed to see.
you remember when they're in the plane and he's like, the dude flies up behind him. The dad turns the gun and like cuts across the tail. They got us, Junior.
They got us, son. But you know what? That was bullshit because those planes were designed not to do that. They don't like that
No
whole
ticket.
those planes were not built to self-sabotage. Like you know that they had planes that shot bullets between the propellers.
Yeah, yeah.
The scientists rigged them, and I was trying to figure out how to. And that we studied this in school. Those scientists were good, man. They rigged it perfectly that the bullet would only be released at the perfect time past the blade. That was some awesome engineering right there, man. Because I don't think anybody would risk a flying device like that these days.
Shooting
they took
is
a huge risk. Those planes
no
were awesome.
ticket.
No, oh yeah, no ticket. And my favorite scene was when they were tied up. Dad, what? Dad, what?
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 Yeah.
He's constantly annoyed by his son the whole movie.
Don't call me Junior.
Or what was the one? A dog, Indiana.
What, no, you remember when because that right when they got tied up and they're trying to get the lighter and he burned him and drops it and he's like,
yeah, that movie.
He's like, how did you know she was Nazi? Oh yeah, she spoke German in her sleep, and he's like, oh okay, wait, what? Like he realized they were banging the same chick.
Oh my god,
she speaks German in her sleep.
Hey, that's Sean Connery though.
You know,
my next one on my list is going up. We're right. This isn't a top 10. We're just whatever you have on your list. So this is my next one. This movie meant a lot to me. I went to go. Me and my mother and my brother used to drive to Louisiana a lot to visit family. And I remember we had to stop and watch this movie. It was like the middle of the night. It was like the last screening. We had to watch this movie before getting in that car and driving all the way to Louisiana. It was Batman Returns, and I had that last image of when Catwoman like sticks her head back up, and everybody's applauding and all that stuff. Tim Burton did it again, and I had that with me the whole trip home to go to a family reunion. That movie was I was like blown away of how deep that movie got, how scary that movie was, man. With the
he likes the way Michelle Pfeiffer looked all in that latex with her ass all cuffed in. She does a backflip. She's like, meow.
Yeah, she loved it. She loved it. That movie was too sexually over sex for me. It made me a man. And it was perfect. It was like an awesome sequel to even a great movie. But I swear I feel like I love Batman 1, but Batman Returns, man, that was way deeper.
I'm not a man. I'm an animal. I'm
cold-blooded. Yeah. Like, hey, Penguin, but killing kids, isn't that a little? He shoots him.
What?
No, it's a lot.
Yeah.
That movie was awesome. You thought Bane had a fucked up voice. No, that dude. What was it? What's his name? Danny DeVito. I wanted to say that.
Yeah, he had like green spit and shit. He's always
show her my French flipper trick.
That was very Tim Burton though. Everything was dark, and I love the music in the Tim Burton movies, man.
I just like the way Tim Burton made Gotham. I love Gotham was a character. The way Tim Burton imagined Gotham was perfect. I love the way he imagined Gotham. Then Schumacher, whatever his name is, took it.
Joel Schumacher, yeah.
Just metropolized it. I don't know what the hell he was trying to do.
He just fucked it all up. That's all I'm saying.
It looked like a city where Superman should have been flying around.
And then they gave him a sequel.
It was, oh my god, it was crazy. He was, Tim Burton was supposed to do had the script and everything for
Nick Cage
for Batman 3. Robin Williams was originally gonna play the Joker, and then he lost it to Jack
Wait,
Nicholson.
who was gonna play Joker? Did you say?
Robin Williams was
Ooh.
originally cast to play the Joker, but then since he lost it to Jack Nicholson, Burton was going to keep him around to play the Riddler. He was going to have a bald headed Riddler with the skull. And this is probably where Bullseye came from on Daredevil. But he was going to have a bald headed Riddler with the question mark carved into his forehead. It was going to be a very scary. And this is why Warner Brothers decided to lighten Batman up, because it was like they was thinking, okay, Tim made Batman, then he made a darker movie with Batman Returns. He won't do it to us again and make the third one even darker. We got to sell some toys here. But when they read that script, they were like, wait, you want to shave Robin Williams' head and like carve a question mark in it? No. Let's bring in Schumacher. Let's
Fucking Schumacher.
Yeah, but we can't blame Schumacher because it was
For
Tim
him
Burton.
taking the job. Absolutely, I would too. They probably
No,
offered him
well,
a
you
little money.
could blame Tim Burton. It was his suggestion.
What?
Schumacher was his guy. It
He
was
was-
he was his Schneider to his Nolan. That was his guy. So it's all his fault.
Damn it, Mr. Burton.
Damn it, Burton.
God damn it, Burton.
But all right, so that's mine. So what's your next one?
Okay, let's see here. This is a sequel of a sequel, but
The third one.
it's got Samuel Jackson in it and Bruce Willis, and it's
I know what
yeah.
you're talking
This is one of the few movies that
about. Unbreakable.
yeah, that's it. No, it's got everything about it is great. It's kind of like Indiana Jones. Everything it has everything that you love, and Forrest Gump and Shawshank and all these other movies. It has everything that you love about movies. It's the reason you go see movies. Die Hard with a Vengeance. I loved that movie. I still remember going to go see it at the big screen, and I remember that scene where they find a little bit of the liquid explosive, and he mixes it on the little end of a paper clip, and he throws it,
and
blows
it
the
up.
chair up in the air.
But did you think that
My plane.
I thought that as far as a buddy cop thing and like a duo kind of a cop movie, they were the most interesting pair I've ever seen, man. We've seen a lot of cop movies and whatnot. I feel like we probably have to do a top 10 of buddy cop movies, or the best relationship between. It's right up there with him and Lethal Weapon.
Riggs and Murtaugh, yeah.
Riggs and Murtaugh. I feel like that it might even rival.
Well, they only had one movie to do it, so we had.
And that's why I mean that's why it means it makes so much of a impression on me, because they only did it once. Well, they worked together more than once, but they only did the Lethal Weapon once.
One Die Hard movie. Yeah.
And right now I find myself talking about McClane. What was it, McClane and
McClane.
and
I think his name was Jules.
and Zeus. More than Murdoch and Riggs.
Riggs and Murtaugh.
Murtaugh and Riggs. I find myself talking about Die Hard more than I talk about Lethal Weapon.
Do you remember the scene that they met each other, or how they met each other?
Oh yeah, when he got the bad guy had told him that he had to write.
The sign. He's standing in like Harlem.
Yeah, standing in Harlem says, "Yeah, I hate the N word," and then and he was hoping he was gonna get his ass killed. Because they saw it, so he's like, "You got about 5 seconds
got a
before
fucking
those guys
problem."
see
He started throwing bottles, and dude,
I like that little old black lady that walked by, like, "Ooh, you gonna die!" Like you can see it on her face. You gonna die. You gonna die. Like, well, must be nice. She just do it. You saw it in her face. This guy's gonna die. And you didn't know what the sign said at first. Then when she passed by, he
had a
turns around
gun taped to his back, I think, and then he says, "I'm a cop. Listen, there's a gun behind me." And Zeus pulled the gun out. I was like, "Get the fuck away!" Like,
"Get the fuck away! This white boy's mine." but it was everybody and I remember seeing that in the theaters, and everybody gasped when
they showed the sign what he was wearing in Harlem. He's in trouble.
If he gets out of this, it'll be a miracle. All right, so that was yours. So I think we come down to my last one. I know you got a billion of them, but my last one on my list.
I got 3 more at the most, and then I'm done with mine, I guess. But there's
oh my goodness, why didn't I think of it? You know what? Was it better? Screw it. I'm gonna throw an honorary mention in there. You know, I'm gonna say I'm gonna save it for this. My next one, my last one actually is Days of Future Past. I feel like that's like my favorite
That
X Men
was better
movie.
than X-Men.
Yeah, it was better. It was way better than X Men. It was better than it's the well, if you separate the trilogies, it was better than the first. I loved First Class, but it was way better, and it was better than Apocalypse. So Days of Future Past was deep, and Peter Dinklage was he brought it. I mean, I know that character wasn't written for a little person or whatever. They cast him because he was the best one for the job, and he killed it. Everybody killed it. You had both Professor X's in one scene together, and it was amazing, man, and
Owls deep.
it was a superior film to all the X-Men movies, if you ask me. But that's mine. What do you think?
I would say my top three in the X-Men is X-Men 1, X2, and Days of Future Past. Not necessarily in that order, but I really like the first time that you get to see Wolverine and he's a cage fighter, and the dude just beats the living fuck out of him, and he just punches his hand, yeah, and ping. Then he
the
walks
whole
in the
time.
bar. The no man takes a beating like that and doesn't have a mark on him. He's like, "Get out of here while I still let you."
Yeah, and when you saw that clock come out for the first time, he was like, "Oh,
Dude, yeah, because he yeah, like the dude pull. He's like, she's like, was it Rogue says he's
yeah."
got a knife, and he pushes him up against the wall, and then the two of them come out and go past his neck, and then the third one goes right up against his Adam's apple. Then the dude pulls a shotgun and says, "Get the fuck out of my bar, freak!" And he's got his free hand. He goes, whooshing, and like cuts the shotgun in half.
All the shells come out.
All
Yeah,
the BBs and shit. Yeah, and he's just like, it sounds like a dog.
Days of Future Past was still better.
Yeah, but you got to understand that we had.
I mean, this was the comic book movie that started that everybody credits that started all this that we're the foundation of what we're all seeing today. So this was that was the movie. I just thought that Days of Future Past was better.
It was. It was. I mean, we're not gonna bullshit about it. I mean, really, it was. It's nostalgia for a lot of these movies, guys. They say the original was better, and like it's nostalgia. That's
Halle
all it
Berry
is.
had a bad wig and a bad accent, and then she made up for it about the third one because she had some tight clothes and that booty.
But that booty.
Mm.
All right. So that was what do you say? What do you say? The Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and go down to the last ones in my list.
Got to spit them out because that's it for me.
I said it for me as a kid. The number one was Terminator 2 Judgment Day. For me, that was like the coolest sequel I'd ever seen. But if I would say, if I had to pick a number two or pick what I thought technically was the better sequel of all time, I would either have to go with The Godfather Part 2 or with my boy, James Cameron, who also did Terminator 2 in Aliens. I think Aliens just edges out God. And people be like, it's not better than Godfather. Bullshit. I don't care about it's okay. Yeah, Godfather 2 is a serious hypothetical story and blah, 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 gangsters and mafia. Yeah, I love that movie. But Aliens.
Aliens was
God
better. I saw
damn.
Aliens before I saw Alien.
That
I don't
movie,
even remember seeing the whole Alien movie. I was probably too. I
it's
probably
good.
thought it was too old.
It's good. It's good. And no, it
I know,
actually
yeah, I've
holds
seen
up.
just like Indiana Jones. I've seen all the crucial scenes. I just never saw it from beginning to end.
You need to, as a grown man now, and we can do just like we need.
Man.
I'm a grown motherfucking man. We need to do a shoot about the video review Alien, why it's so great, and the video review of The Big Lebowski, why the dude abides 20 years down the line. You did you ever see The Big Lebowski?
I hated The Big Lebowski.
Are you being serious or are you fucking with me now?
I'm trying to make your head explode because I know how much everybody likes it, but I saw it once. It didn't affect me as much as everybody. I was young when I saw it. It didn't affect me after I seen it. It didn't. There's nothing memorable about it. I probably was half watching it. Maybe if I watched it again, maybe I'll get the jokes and care. But I never thought about going back.
All right, so I'm gonna forgive Chris for all this crap that just came out of his mouth.
Not everybody likes The Big Lebowski. I'm just saying. I'm not everybody likes it. I'm just saying.
So God damn it!
People like pancakes.
All Right.
It's flapjacks and pancakes.
So yeah, so fucking A. That's it. That's all I got to say about that.
Oh man. So what here's an honorable mention. Here's a movie that they were trying to make a sequel to that main actor was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Big 2. They were trying to force a Big 2.
Really big.
Yeah, they were trying to force that. That was a movie that I'm glad they didn't make a sequel to.
The sequel, old.
They couldn't. Tom Hanks kept saying they couldn't. They kept coming back with stupid ideas of how they were going to make him a kid again. It was just dumb. And then everybody seems to forget that technically that woman in that movie was committing statutory rape. I don't care. Like he's like, oh, you didn't know? Oh, he didn't look like a 13-year-old boy. Listen to yourself. That woman was committing rape technically.
Oh well, he was banging that older woman.
That's right. I'll see you in 5.
That damn animatronic machine always creeped me out, dude.
Yeah. That machine was
Zoltan or what? Zoltar.
What's one of my honorable mentions? Back to the Future 2. I loved Part 1, but there's something about Back to the Future 2. I don't know. I feel like it was better, but I'm probably just crazy. No, the first one was probably better, but maybe it's a tie almost.
That was the first movie I ever went to, and the only one I can even think of where we went and saw Back to the Future 2, and at the end of the credits, you get to see the trailer for Back to the Future 3. Because they shot them back to back.
They were filmed like all back to back and whatnot. Yeah. That was brilliant. And that's why people need to stop going crazy over these reshoots that happens. Every time they talk about reshoots on these comic book movies, they freak out. Back to the Future was like 50% done. And then they were like, I don't like the way this is going. Let's get that guy from Family Ties.
You know who they originally had as Marty McFly? Yeah. Eric Stoltz.
Yeah, they filmed like a huge portion, like 25 to 50% of the movie already. Was already
we're not feeling it.
I want to see that recorded footage. I've only seen pictures.
You can find a couple clips on YouTube. I've seen some. The scene where,
the beginning scene where they first test the car out. I know. I've seen that picture.
No, not that one. There's a scene where right when he goes back in time and he's wearing what looks like a life preserver jacket, and he goes into the diner and he sits down, and the pervert dad is eating his fucking cereal at the bar. And he kind of looks down.
I'll tell you this: the first guy looked more like that guy's son than Michael J. Fox did.
Eric Stoltz did a little bit, yeah, he did.
But Michael J. Fox looked like the son of the mother, though, so he looked more like his mom, I guess.
Leah Thompson. Getting fucked by a duck in Howard the Duck. All right. Yeah, she got she was trying to be seduced by a fucking duck.
Oh yeah, like and then when that dude and the friend walked in and she had to cover up. And what was that guy's name? The friend with the nerd friend that
Tim Robbins.
Was that his name?
Yeah,
I just remember him walking into the room. He was like, Howie! What the hell was that noise? The duck was awesome. Yeah, I think he was trying to do that. I think he was trying to do something like that. Yeah, you're right. That's probably he's trying to do the Huey, Dewey, or Donald Duck thing. He said, on my planet we never say die, we say kill.
I am a master of quack fu.
Bring me the code key, Howard.
Yeah. Oh God. What is it? I'm the Dark Overlord.
The Dark Overlord. I feel like I'm turning into something else.
Yeah. Do you know what happened to that actor? I just found this out not too long ago.
Wasn't that the guy from Ferris Bueller, the principal?
Sure is. You know what? You know why he doesn't act anymore?
Oh.
He got caught with like kitty porn and shit.
Porn. Yeah. It just came screaming back to me. Yeah. Is he still in jail or is he?
I think he might still be in jail. Yeah.
Bring me those kids, Howard.
Oh. Bring me the children picture.
Yeah, the dark predator of the universe.
I am the dark pervert.
He got turned in by Howard the Duck. That's why he was chasing.
He looks kind of creepy too. Even him in that pedophile mustache, that cop stash.
Oh yeah, like all I remember is Ferris Bueller's sister kicking him in the face every time.
Yeah, because he broke into the house and the dog ripped his pants up and. Yeah.
That movie was brilliant. Oh man. Oh well.
So
I
that
always
we
thought,
just kind of threw the order of that out the window. Sorry, guys.
but that's the rundown, man. That's how we do it. There's no particular order. It's just fun, man. I'm drunk.
I'm fucking drunk.
All right, guys. Let us know what you guys think about our list. If you have anything to add to it, just send us a comment. You know, this is what we like to do. This is the original format, so we're gonna keep coming back to this every week. Sean might not want to do it, but I'm gonna make him do it. This is his
Hey, I
show,
love the
and he's
top
gonna
10s,
love it.
man.
Love
Give
the
us a top 10 topic.
top 10. Yeah, give us some suggestions, some ideas. So we do top 10 cleavage, top 10 side
Top 10
dude,
titties. The top 10
Yep.
titties.
top 10 titty Thursdays. But it's oh my god. So yeah, send us suggestions. We love it, man. Keep hitting that subscribe button. Please become a subscriber, guys. And we love getting new subscribers. We love getting comments, and we love giving away free movie tickets. And hopefully one day we'll give away one of these. I have a feeling, Sean. We said we're gonna give away a console, a gaming console, once we hit 1,000. Watch that 1,000 comes right around when that Xbox One S and the Xbox One Scorpio comes out. Like everybody's gonna be flooding. Let's see if these guys are for real.
We're giving away Xbox 360s.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're giving away the original Xbox and the Nintendo 64.
Cubes. We're giving away Nintendo cubes.
The GameCube.
What
All
am I gonna
right.
do with that?
So if you want to get that Sega Dreamcast, just hit the comment button. And hit
Ready
the
to
subscribe.
rumble boxing comes included.
The Power Glove, it's coming straight to you. It's so bad. All right, guys. Till next time, guys. As always, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and hit that subscribe button. Sean, take us out.
Keep watching the movies, playing the games, and killing the noobs. Peace.